Hey, Mike Callahan here again. Wanted to make a quick video on how to standardize the process within your company utilizing Service Autopilot to rate, sort, and store all your new job applicants. So it's an easy way to, at your fingertips, you can actually search and pull up the latest and greatest applicants in your company through your hiring and recruiting methods. So the first thing that I want to point out before we actually get into the nuts and bolts of this thing is one of the major functions is creating tags within Service Autopilot to sort and be able to rate these applicants here in future hires. So before you go out and actually make these tags, please put some thought to it. The tagging structure that you use will greatly enhance your ability to use Service Autopilot in the future with some new enhancements that are coming out. So please put some structure to that. You feel free to, use something similar to what I've used here, or obviously create your own, but just do put some thought into it because the structure and the way you're building your tags will definitely create some ease of use in the future for Service Autopilot users. So as we get into it here, the new hiring applicant rating review system that we've built out, this is what we use. Feel free to tweak it or even borrow it if you'd like. So we've got three very distinctive areas. We have field labor, management, and office staff. So within our field labor, we found it was very important, since we interview every Monday and Wednesday and occasionally Friday, to fill every position, even if it doesn't need to be filled right now. So our thought process is similar to a sports team. The analogy would be we're trying to stack the bench in case the players on the field are not performing, or we have a rapid growth due to our marketing and sales, and we have to add another crew, on short notice. So we have a ready labor pool, and we're not being held with our hands tied behind our back. If a field laborer is not doing their job, we can actually follow through and have some repercussion. So that's the reason why we've broken this down into field labor with driver's license and without a driver's license. So sometimes we're looking for just a field laborer. It doesn't matter if they have a license or not. Other times we have to fire a crew leader that is driving the truck, and we may only be looking for applicants with a driver's license. So we broke this out in a very simple way so we could sort and actually dial into field labor to actually say, okay, they have a driver's license, they don't have a driver's license, or it doesn't matter if they have a driver's license or not. So the next thing we looked at was management, and it was an A, B, or C scale. So what we did with our field labor is field labor, A rating with a driver's license, field labor, B rating with a driver's license, or hiring field labor, C level with a driver's license. So the way we went about this is we used a simple number out front to segment what hiring fell under. So anything to do with hiring is 0.6 space hiring space hyphen space field labor space hyphen space A is the rating, space hyphen space driver's license or no driver's license. So using that format that we copied there, we did that for everything under the 0.6 space hiring functionality. So the field labor is pretty self-explanatory. Field labor with A rating, driver's license, or field labor with an A rating, no driver's license. Management was management A rating, management B rating, management C rating, and then office staff was identical to the management, office A, office B, office C rating. The next step to this would be to create tags that actually signify what month they were interviewed in. So you would obviously want to sort the most recent interviews with the highest applicant rating versus doing the whole year. So once again, the 0.6 space hiring signifies in the tag that it's everything to do with hiring. And then 9 space hyphen space 16 is the month of September 2016. This would be the month of October 2016. So now we've got the month and the year that the interview took place in. So a quick overview is we broke in field labor into driver's license, non-driver's license with an A, B, and C rating. We went to the management level, A, B, and C rating, and then office staff, A, B, and C rating. So it's really important that most companies that are trying to scale are constantly interviewing, so they have the flexibility to pull someone out of the field if they're not performing or if they quit. And with rapid growth in the major sales seasons, you may be adding a crew or two within a month. So you want that labor pool already sorted and ready to go, so you can literally go into Service Autopilot, do a quick 3-minute search, and go in to hire the applicants that are most qualified for the position. And the other important thing to take away here before we jump into Service Autopilot is the interview month. So you can actually sort on all these bases here for driver's license, no driver's license, and the field labor and the rating based on the most current month that you've done the interviews. So you can pull up your most current labor pool instead of searching for the whole month or how many years of data you've got in there. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, drop me a message, but that's a quick overview of the rating scale and the tagging that we use. And I'm going to hop over to Service Autopilot. So hopefully everybody's familiar with the My Day screen. Our new applicants are actually added in as clients. I know a lot of people may wonder why we do that. The reason we do that is because the tagging functionality and the other things we're doing on the contact level work the best under adding them as a new client. You can simply search each month of how many new clients actually are job applicants and subtract that from your stats so you have the appropriate closing ratio for new leads and new clients. But as of right now, as far as I know, the best place to do this is on the client level, in my opinion, due to the functionality and the tagging that is available on the client level right now. Obviously, once we hire them, we're going to go over to scheduling employees and add them as an employee. So first thing you want to do is when you have a new applicant, you go to the Add button, click Client. We're going to type in here, so this is going to be test applicant number 5, test. And we want to make sure we fill out all their information here to the best of our knowledge. Right now, Service Autopilot a lot of times will not let us finish this unless the information is in the system. So we'll give it a go right now to make sure it's got everything it needs. Save it. That works perfectly. So now we have our new job applicant, tester number 5. You're going to want to go to add a tag, go to select a tag, and this is where it's important to set up your tag structure. So if we go to 06 in the filter, we've got all our hiring tags. So we know that this applicant, and I'm going to stick into next month, so I'm not actually getting into our applicant's personal information. And I've set up a couple dummy test accounts just so you can see the functionality of it, but I don't want to show anyone else's personal information as far as job applicants to everybody on this video. But this will walk you through the exact process we use. So first thing you want to do is the interview, let's just say, is next month, so we don't see any of my current clients or job applicants in there. So we're going to select that, hit Add Tag. And once we add that tag in there, click in here, there we go. And then we're going to go back to 06. That's all our hiring tags, and we've got them all here. We are going to make this person either, let's say it's a field labor person, we could say it's a field labor, A rating with a driver's license. So right now, we do not have a C-level field labor without a driver's license. So I'm going to go in and actually show you how to create a tag. So hit Create Tag. I've already copied and pasted one of the previous tags, so the spacing and structure is identical across the tags, so they sort appropriately. So actually, this would be a good way to look at it. So we're going to look at this tag here, 06, and then we've got B rating with no driver's license. So we're going to select it all, hit Command-C on a Mac to copy it, and we're going to go right back up here, Command-V, paste it, and instead of a B, we actually wanted to add a C. So now our structure of the tagging is identical by copying the original one we did and just replacing the B rating with a C. Then we want to go in and select the category. So 06 hiring is everything for hiring, and save. So once the system has populated this and it's in here, we have it here and we want to apply that tag to the system. And then once this is on the contact level, sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get this populated. So we have the 06 hiring 9-16, which is the month the interview took place. And after the interview took place, the process in your office would be to go and apply the hiring tag for field labor. They had a C rating, and they had no driver's license, NDL. So now that we've done this, we can scroll down here if there is any attachments that you would like to add here. So if there's a copy of a resume, if you're doing it online, however you want to do that, you can add all the attachments and make notes on the client. Tester was a good applicant, but had no experience. And that could be why they had a C rating. And you could say reason for rating was no experience. Got a little typo here, but there we go. So now that you get the gist of it, you can make your notes here, you can add attachments, and the main thing is just do the tags here. As well as if you wanted to add a to-do to follow up with the applicant or anything else, you could do that as well. And if there's any phone calls as far as references in that, you could log all the calls here for the references, so you have a complete audit trail of everything that happened on this client or actually future applicant's record. So now that we've got this all saved in the system, the next step is, let's say next week that we go down and we want to hire a person and we have certain things that we need, such as a license or no license for field labor. So we would go to CRM clients, because now all our applicants are on the client level. And we are going to go into the filters. We're going to scroll down to tags right here. It contains one or more of the selected, equals to, and then we're going to select the tag. So once again, we can put 06 because we know that's hiring. We could select the month. And just for simplicity, we're going to say we're hiring a person with we want them for, because we know we just put this person in here, field labor C with no license. And we're looking, maybe, I think another one I put in here was field labor A, driver's license, and field labor B with a driver's license. So we've got 3 selected. We go to search, and the system is automatically going to populate that query. So right now, under all those things, this is the person we just set up. So it actually went to that contacts level because that's the only person that met those criteria. But if we went back here and actually look at some of the other test subjects I've put together, just to give you a feel what that looks like, we still go back in to clients, filter, scroll down to tags, and equals to, we're going to hit 06 because that's hiring. And we're going to say anybody that applied in the month of September, and just hit search. So now we have the one we just put in, test tester applicant number 5, and another one that I had put in earlier just so we could see more people on here, test applicant number 3. So that met our criteria of hiring or interviewing for the month of September. But if we had sorted that just for applicants with licenses or without license, the system would automatically sort it. And then we can just zoom in here and look at tester number 3 and say, okay, what's this applicant look like? All right, so we interview them in September, and they have a field labor rating of A, and they have no driver's license. So this is a real simplistic way to see where they rated in the interview, and if they have a license or don't have a license, and what month they actually interviewed in. So if you have any questions, let me know, but this is the overview of how we utilize Service Autopilot to store, sort, and be able to quickly find applicants when we need them within our system based on their rating. And I'm going to fire back here real quick. So when you're doing this, you want to make sure your tagging structure is very standardized throughout the whole thing. We did an A, B, C rating with a driver's license, without a driver's license, and then for the non-field staff, we just did the position, A, B, or C rating, and the interview month down here. So if any questions, drop me a comment below. Hopefully this was helpful, and sometime in the near future, I'm going to try to build some cheat sheets for some of the videos I've put together so you have a very clear way of executing what is on some of the videos I've been making, so it's very clear and simple for you. Hope all's well, and everybody have a great week.